What if the next monumental leap in personal health technology wasn't born in the pristine labs of Cupertino, but was forged in the demanding world of endurance athletes and adventurers? What if the very company that has guided us through treacherous mountain trails and across grueling marathon finish lines is now preparing to navigate the most critical terrain of all, the human heart? For years, a quiet battle has been waged on our wrists, a technological arms race for supremacy in the smartwatch market. While giants like Apple and Samsung have dazzled with ever-expanding app ecosystems and seamless phone integration, another powerhouse, Garmin, has been steadfastly cementing its legacy as the undisputed champion of fitness and performance. But the landscape is shifting. A single, almost accidental leak from a Swedish support page has ignited a firestorm of speculation, hinting at a new device that doesn't just aim to compete, but to dominate. The Garmin Venu 4 is coming, and it's carrying a secret weapon that has the potential to redefine the entire industry and challenge the very meaning of what a smartwatch can be. This isn't merely an upgrade. It's a strategic, game-changing move that could finally bridge the gap between a high-performance sports watch and a life-saving health monitoring device. The source of this seismic shift was an innocuous entry on a Garmin support page, Venu 4 ECG support. To the casual observer, these are just 3 letters, an acronym among many in the tech world. But to those who follow the industry, and more importantly, to the millions of people in the United States and globally who are proactive about their heart health, this is the confirmation they have been desperately waiting for. ECG, or electrocardiogram, represents the gold standard for on-the-spot cardiac rhythm analysis. Unlike the standard PPG sensors in most watches that optically measure blood flow to determine heart rate, an ECG creates a closed electrical circuit with your body to measure the tiny electrical signals generated by your heartbeat. This allows it to detect irregularities like atrial fibrillation or AFib, a condition that can lead to serious health complications like stroke and is often asymptomatic in its early stages. Apple legitimized this feature, transforming their watch from a luxury accessory into a certified wellness device. Samsung followed suit, making ECG a cornerstone of their health platform. Garmin's absence in this specific arena has been a notable and often criticized omission, until now. The Venu 4's inclusion of ECG is Garmin's powerful declaration that it is no longer content with ruling the niche of serious athletes. It is now making an aggressive and calculated play for the mainstream health and wellness market, a move that puts the entire industry on high alert. To truly grasp the magnitude of this development, one must understand the fiercely loyal Garmin ecosystem. For a Garmin user, a watch is not a disposable gadget. It's an indispensable training partner. The platform's true power lies in its incredibly rich and detailed data analysis through Garmin Connect. Metrics like body battery, which provides a tangible score for your energy reserves, training status, which tells you if your workouts are productive, and advanced running, cycling, and swimming dynamics are things that Apple and Samsung simply cannot match in depth or utility for an athlete. This is why so many have resisted switching. They have been caught in a frustrating limbo. Stay with Garmin for the unparalleled fitness tracking and legendary battery life, or switch to a competitor to gain access to critical health features like ECG. The Venu 4 is poised to shatter this dilemma. It promises to be the device that finally offers the best of both worlds, merging Garmin's athletic prowess with the advanced cardiac monitoring that has become a must-have feature. This is not just about adding a new sensor. It's about completing the holistic picture of human performance and health. It's about giving a marathon runner the ability to monitor their heart for AFib during a recovery period with the same device that tracks their VO2 max and race pace predictions. But make no mistake, the Venu 4 will be far more than just a Venu 3 with an ECG sensor tacked on. We can anticipate a cascade of upgrades that will elevate the entire user experience. Let's start with the display. The Venu line has always been Garmin's showcase for its stunning AMOLED screens, and we can expect the Venu 4 to push this even further with a larger, brighter, and possibly higher resolution display that remains crisp and legible even in the harshest midday sun. Battery life, the bedrock of Garmin's reputation, will undoubtedly see improvements. While competitors struggle to last a day and a half, Garmin users expect multi-day longevity, and the Venu 4 will likely leverage new efficiencies in its chipset and software to extend its life even with the addition of a power-hungry ECG feature. Imagine a watch that can track your sleep for a week, record multiple GPS-enabled workouts, and take several ECG readings, all on a single charge. That is the new benchmark Garmin is aiming to set. Furthermore, we can speculate on enhancements to its core tracking capabilities. The introduction of multi-band GPS, providing enhanced accuracy in challenging environments like dense cities or deep canyons, is a likely upgrade. We also anticipate a new generation of the Elevate heart rate sensor for even more precise continuous heart rate tracking, improved sleep stage analysis that could incorporate body temperature for a more complete picture of your nightly recovery, and a more streamlined, intuitive user interface that makes accessing its vast array of features simpler than ever. So, who is the target audience for this revolutionary device? It's broader and more diverse than any Garmin watch before it. It is, of course, for the dedicated Garmin athlete who has been patiently waiting for this final piece of the health puzzle. But it's also for the Apple Watch user who is tired of chronic battery anxiety and feels their device's fitness metrics are too superficial. It's for the health-conscious individual who may not be a professional athlete, but wants to keep a close eye on their cardiac health with a device they don't need to tether to a charger every single night. It's for the person who loves hiking on the weekends and wants the security of both best-in-class GPS and an on-demand ECG miles away from civilization. The Garmin Venu 4 is being engineered to be the ultimate all-rounder, a chameleon on the wrist that is equally at home in the boardroom, on the triathlon course, and in a doctor's office. It represents the ultimate convergence of lifestyle, performance, and preventative health. As we await the official announcement, the anticipation continues to build. The whispers that began on a Swedish website have grown into a roar of excitement. The Garmin Venu 4 isn't just a new product. It's a paradigm shift, a testament to a company that listens to its users and is unafraid to challenge the titans of the tech world on their own turf. The era of compromise is over. The revolution is coming to your wrist. Let's also consider the crucial question of timing. Why is Garmin making this calculated assault on the health market now? The answer lies in a confluence of regulatory maturity, technological advancement, and immense market pressure. Achieving FDA clearance for a feature like ECG is not a simple task. It's a rigorous, time-consuming, and expensive process that requires extensive validation to prove both accuracy and reliability. Garmin's delay was likely not due to a lack of capability, but a demonstration of strategic patience, waiting for the technology to become not just functional, but perfected. By entering the ECG space now, Garmin can deploy a more refined second-generation version of the technology, potentially avoiding the early adopter issues that competitors faced years ago. This move also represents a necessary response to the shifting consumer mindset. The modern smartwatch user, particularly in the US, now expects and in many cases demands advanced health monitoring. Apple and Samsung have successfully educated the public on the life-saving potential of these features, creating a market that Garmin, with its health-focused user base, can no longer afford to overlook. This isn't just about staying competitive. It's about survival and expansion, evolving the Garmin brand from the gold standard in fitness to the new authority in comprehensive everyday wellness.